Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and welcome to Rahman Digital Production. This is lecture number 42 of Mathematics 4024. Today we are going to start the new chapter. We are starting from the very basic concept, so don't miss, and this will pave the way for a difficult question at the end. So don't miss the lecture any moment of this lecture. If you are passing it, you will be in loss. Ladies and gentlemen, the chapter name is, this is topic number 7, and that is called number patterns. These are very interesting type of questions in which totally your IQ level will be tested. People are giving these sorts of questions in the Facebook, in the Instagram, and in the TikTok to check your mind that whether you are a sharp minded person or not. These patterns are very important as far as computer programming is concerned. Uh, Computer is software is using different patterns to match with each other and predict the future. So learn this and understand this. The first part of this is number sequence. Having a look at the previous sequence, you have to write the next two terms keeping in mind these sequence of numbers. Ladies and gentlemen, in the first question of exercise 7a, they are saying that write the rule as well. They are not asking in the second question the rule, but in the first question they are asking the rule, that due to which rule you are writing these two next terms. If it is being asked to write the next two terms and you are being asked to write the rule as well, you must have to write the rule. Now, giving a look to this sequence, we are saying 14 and 19. What is the difference between the two? 19 minus 14, 5. 24 minus 5, 19. 29 minus 5. So it means that 5 is added. So you have to write the rule, add 5 to each term to get the next term. Yes, we are adding 5 to 14, we are getting the next term, that is 19. And if we are adding 5 to the 19, we will get 24. Similarly, adding 5 to the 24, we are getting 29. So it means the general rule is that add 5 to each term to get the next term. And the question is also asking to write the next two terms. So the next two terms are, when we add 5 to 34, so it will be 39. And if we add 5 to 39, it will be 44. So this is the answer. Now in the second question, the second part of question number 1, 80 and say what is the difference between the two? 8. Okay, 72 and 64 is also giving us a difference of 8. So here we have to write the rule as subtract 8 from each term to get the next term. The next two terms are, so if we subtract from 80 48, the 8 we will get 40, and next will be 32, because if we are subtracting 8 from 40, they will get 32. Now the 6, 12, 24 and 48, you have to utilize the mind to construct a rule. Now if you give a look, 6 twos are 12, 12 twos are 24, 24 twos are 48 and so on. So rule is multiply each term by 2 to get the next term, and similarly the next two terms are what? If we are multiplying the 192 with 2, we will get 2 twos are 4, 2 nines are 18, 2 ones are 2, and that is 384. And when we multiply by 2 this term, the next term will be 2 fours are 8, 2 eights are 16, 2 threes are 6, and that will be the whole story. So in this way you can get the next two term. Here you have to give a look first. 1600 and 800, it means that 800 is the half of 1600, okay, and 400 is the half of 800. Similarly 200 is the half of 400 and 100 is the half. So rule is divide each term by 2 to get the next term. By using this rule, the next two terms are, when we divide 100 by 2, so 50, and when we divide 50 by 2, so it will be 25. Now the next one is 16,384 with the negative symbol. You can see that alternative symbols are positive and negative. This one is negative, so the next one is positive. The next one is negative, the next one is positive, the next one is negative, so the next term will be a positive one, and then the next term will be a negative, negative positive, negative positive, negative positive, and negative. How we will get it? You have to give a look. How we can get this? By dividing -4. So rule is divide each term by -4, not 4, because when we are dividing this by minus, so minus minus will be cancelled, and this, when we divide this by minus, so plus and minus will become minus. Again when we are dividing by minus, so minus minus will be cancelled, and we will get is a positive one. To get the next term, the next two terms are 16. When we divide this by 4, minus 4, so minus minus will be cancelled and this. And when we divide this 16 by minus 4, so it will be minus 4. So the next two terms are 16 and minus 4. Similarly, let us look at this. 9 twos are 18, 18 twos are 36, 36 twos are 72, 72 twos are. It means that we are multiplying by 2, but what? Minus 2 or plus 2. If the subsequent terms are negative and positive alternatively, so you have to multiply it by negative 2. Rule is multiply. You have to write it, ladies and gentlemen, and I am writing it again and again to make your notes. Keep it with yourself. Multiply each term by minus 2 to get the next term. The next two terms are, so when we multiply this by minus, this will be minus. 2 fours are 8, 2 fours are 8, 2 ones are 2. When we multiply this by minus 2, it will be positive. 2 8s are 16, 2 8s are 16, and 1 17, 2 2s are 4, and 5. So the next two terms are minus 288 and 560. If we are minus 52 minus 59 minus 50, 66 and minus 76. So there is a difference of minus. So if we are adding, not subtracting, adding 7 to this term, so it means that C minus 52 and plus minus 7. So it means that we are adding minus 7 to each term. So it will be minus 59. You don't have to write subtract minus. Then you can say that subtract minus 7, minus 52 and subtract 7, not minus 7. Then again we will get the same result. Minus 52 minus 59. We are adding minus 7 to each term to get the next term. Or you can say that we can subtract plus 7 from each term. Both the rules are applicable here. So I am writing the rule add minus 7 to each term to get the next term. To get the next term. The next two terms are, so we have to minus 80, so it will be minus 87 and minus 94 by adding negative 7 to the previous term, and we will get the next term as well. Okay, minus 100, minus 90, minus 70, minus 60 and so on. What you observe? You are observing that we are adding 10 to minus 100 plus 10 will give you minus 90, which is the next term. minus 90 plus 10 will give you minus 80, which is the next, and so on. So we are constructing a rule that is add 10 to each term to get the next term. The next two terms are minus 50 and minus 40. Now I number part, 0 plus 10, 10. 10 plus 10, 20. 20 plus 10, 30. So it means the rule is add 10 to each term to get the subsequent term. The two terms are 50 and 60. Ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind that you can't write it directly 50 and 60 because they asked about the rule. So you have to provide the methodology and then you have to write the two terms. That is why I am writing the next two terms are 50 and 60. The first question is comparatively easy. The second and the third one, which is advanced one, third one, the second is intermediate, is a bit tricky. If you understood the concept that how we are constructing the rule to get the next two term, then in the second question you will not feel any difficulty. Although the second question is a bit trickier one. We will come to that. 52, 59, 66. There is a 7 difference. So add 7 to each term to get the next term. The next two terms are what? If we are adding 7 to 8, so it will be 80 and 87. Now the K1, the final one, 4 threes are 12, 12 threes are 36, 36 threes are 88. So the rule is multiply each term by 3 to get the next term. The next two terms are, multiply this. So this will be 324. And when we multiply this by 3, so 3 fours are 12, 3 twos are 6, 3 threes are 9, and that will be 324 and 972. Ladies and gentlemen, in the second question they also giving us a pattern, but they are not asking about the rule. You don't have to write the rule. You have to write the rule in your mind, not on a piece of paper in the exam. So this is minus 6 and minus. I told you that this is a bit trickier. There is not a sequence. For this you have to first take this. What is the difference between the two? That is 1. Now we have to take these two. What is the difference between the two? That is 2. Now we have to take these two, there is a difference of 3 between minus 3 and 0. When 3 is added to minus 3, we will get 0. When 1 is added to minus 6, we will get minus 5. When 2 is added to minus 5, we will get minus 3. When 3 is added, now what we will get when 4 is added to 0? 0 and 4. So it means that we are getting these rules. Now the next term is 5. So when we get 5, we will get 9. And the next is 6. So 6 is added to 8, we will get 15. You don't have to write the rule. As we were writing in this case, that was mandatory. That is why we were writing these things. Now the next one is 47 and 38. What is the difference? So we are subtracting in this case. How we will get from what we will subtract? You have to give a look to it. 47 minus 38 will give you a difference of 9, and this will give you a difference of 8, and this will give you a difference of 7, and this will give you the difference of 6. So 9, 8, 7, 6. The next difference will be 17. And if we are subtracting 5 from it, we are subtracting from 47 9, we will get 38. From 38, if we are subtracting 8, we will get 30. And if from 30 we are subtracting 7, we will get 23. From 23, if we are subtracting 6, we are getting this. So here the difference will be 5. And when we subtract 5 from 17, the next term will be 12. And the next is 4. We are getting here 12. So 12 minus 4 is 8. So the next two terms are 12 and 8. You don't have to write the rules as in this case. They are checking whether you are doing it like this or you have certain rule in your mind. So in this case, you understood the rules and apply those rules in your mind, and you will get. Okay, the C part is minus 50 and minus 45. What is the difference between the two? We added 5 to minus 50 to get minus 45. And then we are getting minus 45 and minus 41. So we are getting 1. Again we are getting 5 here. So it means that 5. And between these two, 39 and 38, again 1. So it means the sequence is the 5 1 5 1. So this is minus 38, and when we are adding 5 to it, we will get minus 33 is the next term. And when we add 1 to it, we will get minus 32. By giving a look to the previous pattern, number patterns, the number sequence, you have to construct an idea that what will be the next two terms. So in this case, the next two terms are minus 33 and minus 34, 32. Ladies and gentlemen, let me erase the whiteboard and then I will come back to the next question. Stay tuned. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let us do part number D by giving look to these two, there is a difference of 2, and between these two there is a difference of 3, and there is a difference of 2, and there is a difference. So it means that the pattern is telling us that 2 and 3, 2 and 3. So the next one will be of 2, so that will be 92, and the next one will be 3 difference, so it means it will be 95. So the next two terms are 92 and 95. Now in this case, what is the difference? 2. What is the difference? 3. What is the difference? 4. What is the difference? 5. So what will be the next difference? That will be 6, and that will become 21. And what will be the next? And that will be 7, so that will be 28. Now this question is a bit trickier one, question number 3, because these are advanced level of question. If you actually want to test your mind IQ level, then do these questions. These are challenging questions. Ladies and gentlemen, if we are finding the difference between these two, then it will be -6. And if we find the difference between these two, it will be -12. Because if we add -7 and -12, it will give you -19. What will be the difference between these two? That will be -24. So this will be 24. Now what will be the difference between these two? That will be -48. How? -6 is double here, so -12. -12 is double here, 12 twos are 24. 24 when double, it will become -48. So when -48 and -19 are added together, that will give you 7, and -5 and -6. So it will be -67. Now this and this will have a difference of double of it, -96. When 48 is double it, and then you have to add this with 35. So it will be 1 and 12 and 9 and 3 is 12 and 13 minus 131. So minus 67 and minus 131 are the answer of these. Now in this question, you have to add the previous two number to get the next one. 1 plus 1 2, 1 plus 2 3, 2 plus 3 5, 3 plus 5 is 8, 8 plus 5 is 13. So 8 and 13 will be the next one. Now this is the difficult one. Uh, how we are getting this? We are getting this by multiplying 4 into 1 square, and this 4 into 2 square, and this 4 into 3 square, and 4 into 4 square, and 4 into 5 square. Till here, let me explain it. Because this is the first term in the sequence, so we are getting 1 square. So 1 ones are 1 and 4 ones are 4. 2 twos are, because this is square, 4 fours are 16. Now 3 threes are 9, 9 fours are 36. 4 fours are 16 and 16 fours are 64. 5 fives are 25, 25 fours are Now the next term will be 4 into 6 square. So 6 are 36 and 36 when multiply, so we will get 144. And because this is the 7 term, so 4 into 7 square, so 49 into 4. 4 nines are 36, 4 fours are 16, 196 will be the next term. When you multiply it, then you will get this one. Now the D part is saying that you are taking 1 whole cube and minus 2 whole cube, 3 cube, minus 4 cube, 5 cube, minus 6 cube, and 7 cube, because this is the 7th term. Alternatively, you have to take 1, 2, 3, this is cube. Uh, all of them are the cube. So 1 cube 1, minus 2 cube 8, 3 cube 27. So when we multiply 6 3 times, 6 6 are 36 and 6 6 are 36, 6 3 are 18, 217 with negative sign. So this will be 216, the next term. Now 7 is a positive one, so when we multiply 7 sevens are 49 multiplied by 7, so 3 and 6, 7 fours are 28 and 6, uh, 34. So it will be 343. You have to keep in mind that alternative terms are negative. So here also alternative terms are negative. These are positive, so the third will be positive. Third is positive, so 5 will be positive, and 7. These are the things you have to keep in mind. Now the final part of this exercise is 1 and 3. Multiply each term by 3. 3 ones are 3. 3 threes are 9. 9 threes are 27. And 27 threes are 1, 3 twos are 6, uh, 81. So the next term will be 81. When we multiply 81 by 3, 3 ones are 3, and this is 243. Ladies and gentlemen, that was interesting. Tomorrow we will further gain knowledge about the patterns. Thank you very much for watching. Allah Hafiz.